I'm sorry. That was me. Everything was going fine. I'm sorry. My bad, as the kids are saying. Let me get out of this just by turning it off. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everyone. You'd think this was my first rodeo. I'm not using this anymore. I know what the problem was. After I showed you what my knees look like, I should have ended the video on this laptop and not on here because I totally cut myself out. I'm sorry. Clean slate. Clean slate is right. So, cough button again. So, not only did I have to go home without heat, I was completely bundled up in the Denali. I was bundled up. I had three, not one, not two, but three pair of pants on, three long sleeve shirts on. I have a Packers 2XL shirt that is a fleece kind of warm jacket, if you will. It's something that you wear when you go to it's something that you wear when you go to Lambeau Field to keep yourself that toasty warm. Had that on, plus the down coat over. So the body was very, very warm. The knees, on the other hand, man, I don't know. They burn. They feel hot to the touch. Clearly, well, you guys saw them. Clearly, there's something going on there. I am not going to the emergency room. This too shall pass. Only me. I'm telling you, it's not. This, I think, is better than me breaking a hip or screwing up my back with all the screws and what have you. Shoot, if I would have even attempted to walk up that hill with the ice, yes, it was snow covered, makes it even worse because you don't know where you're stepping. I had to crawl. You've seen the knees, hand over hand, crawl a block to get to my house the entire way. Now, going up the hill was a challenge because on the side of the hill, as Jack plows, this is just basic common sense, as you plow in the snow with your snow plow, it pushes whatever snow to the end. And the end is where the forest starts, and there's kind of a hill going up by the trees, going through the driveway, the walkway, the gravel. I didn't feel any gravel on my knees because it's all ice. So I managed myself to crawl up on the left side where there's more of a hill there that I could grab on. I didn't come prepared to go crawling on ice, okay? Grabbing using what usually is a warm glove for me. I think I frostbit my hand. Frostbitten? I don't know. I messed up my hands. Good night. These are fine. My thumbs and my pointer fingers are fine. The middle right is good. A little bit here on the ring finger on the right, little bit on the left. Mainly, it's the middle and the left. Very little on the pinky. These are the two worst ones. No feeling. The good thing is you can always look on the positive side. You have to. Otherwise, you just go crazy. I can be able to do blood checks really nice now without causing any pain because I'm numb. I have no pain in these fingers. Ting, positive side. And if you're going to think, well, why didn't you just call for help, Jerry? How's Jack going to help me? I have a iced hill if he's going to take his vehicle and go up the ice. Jack has not left the house in a week since he washed his vehicle. Remember, was it last Saturday? I think. I don't remember. He hasn't left the house since then. He's been positioned in his recliner for the last week, 10 days, whatever the case may be. He's going to get in his truck, which the truck doesn't have any weight at all on the back end of his truck at all. Empty truck in the back. Come over the hill just to slide down the hill, smack into the Denali. Now, this girl does have a wink of common sense. I do. When I moved, or Denali went down the hill, I had to position it and move it over to the left side of the hill, just in case of an emergency. Duh, I'm not as stupid as I look, okay? is an expression. The Denali went down the hill, down the ice, and I put it in gear and I positioned it over to the side. That's why I had more of a crawl to do, because it was before the hill. I had to move the vehicle in case there's an emergency, in case Jack needed an ambulance or something. If there was a fire, for example, you can't go leaving a Denali right in the driveway if there's a fire. Common sense. But I didn't want to upset the apple cart. Just crawl. Crawling and praying. And I'll tell you what, I was thanking God, and crying out to God and thanking him for that time, for the fact that, number one, I didn't fall on the ice. I didn't hurt myself. I didn't screw up my back. I definitely did not lose that brand new hip of mine. Didn't mess that up. Putting it into perspective, I have lost 50 pounds. Now, this fast, I lost 30.2 pounds with doing this fast this time around. While you guys are listening to this story, I think now is a good time to do a drawing because I still have more of a story here. Let's do a drawing for a $15 Buffalo Wild Wings card. I got it. You want it. Let's do a drawing. How long did it take me to crawl? You gotta be specific. And you guys know I have these wacky contests, but everybody seems to like the contests that I do. Who doesn't want to win a $15 gift card? So, how long did it take me from getting down on my hands and knees next to the Denali to the left of my driveway until I got to my door? And go. Specifically, how many minutes specifically did it take me? So, back to my story while you guys are figuring this all out. And I will scroll through and see the answer. Okay, where was I? Oh yes, crawling up the hill, it was difficult because the ice and the snow on the side to the left was snow, but it was encased in somewhat of a light ice because I was able to dig in and grab. I did a lot more grabbing and holding onto myself. This is my justification with my left side than I did my right because I was holding on more for dear life as I was crawling up the hill of ice. So that's probably why more so this is affected than it is the right. So I was crying out to God and praying and also in gratitude that if I was the 50-pound last summer Jerry that I was, can you imagine an extra 50 pounds on my back having to crawl up that hill to crawl a block to my house on ice? Up the hill was fine. I thought down the hill, I'm going to end up on my butt. I'm going to go that way. Trying to think common sense way. And Lord only knows I have more than enough fat on my butt to be able to do it. Get up to the top of the hill, flip myself around, boom. Maybe I go 2 feet. That was it. My butt just wouldn't go the rest of the little hill. So I had to grab and do a little bit of wiggle to get down the second. Up one was hard. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Down below. Get to the bottom of the hill. But I still have another half of a block down at the bottom of the hill to get to the door. It's all flat. It's all flat ice. Not flat earth. It's all flat ice. I know once I get to the part of where I park my vehicle, where I had to shovel. I showed you guys me shoveling that last week, I think. You got to do what you got to do. So I knew once I got there, I would be fine. Once I got to Jack's truck, I thought I could be able to stand up there. I'll be able to hold on to his truck as I move myself. No, I couldn't do it. My shoes were too slippery. They're rubber soled. It was still too slippery on Jack's side of the parking that he parks. There's still some ice there. There's snow. His car had snow on it, but underneath he hasn't moved his vehicle. And when I shoveled, I tried to move as much of the snow out of my way as possible and throwing down the ice. Remember when I was at Costco that last Sunday? Was that last Saturday, and I picked up more salt? I can't throw salt on the entire driveway. I can't. It was just not good. Friday, yesterday. I had to get up early. I woke up at 7:30. Can't call the dealer because the dealer doesn't open up until 8 o'clock. Wait, I wait till 10 after 8. Okay. Hopefully they'll be done with their morning rush, what have you. It's snowing outside. But I still have to think, how am I going to get myself that I crawled 1 block from the Denali to get to the house? How am I going to go the reverse? But furthermore, I got to get in that vehicle. I have to find out why this heater is not working, why and I know there's a term for it, Sharon Sharon's got to help me out. Sharon is the girl equivalent of a mechanic. She knows the terms. And Tanya helped me with the fact that she dealt with the same thing I had to deal with. That's why I can't do an electronic starter because of the catalytic converter. So I can't pre-start my vehicle at all from work and get it warmed up. Now, typically what Jack used to do was there's a term for it. I don't know what that term. You guys are gonna have to chime in and answer below in the topic, where you trick your system, jump your system, something. You take off the battery, the leads, the red and the black. You take that off. You wait for a period of 10 minutes. Then you put it back on, and that's how you reboot. Oh my God. Reboot the system. Well, I'm not comfortable doing it myself. I had the dealer do it for me when I took it in, when Goodyear people in Bloomer fixed my right tire. Remember that one that was constantly leaking with tire? I'd have to go literally every second day and fill up my tire with air because it would go from, Jack would tell me, have the tires at 45 pounds. So fine, had it at 45 pounds, it would go from 45, 30, down until warning, 25 PSI. Oh my gosh. We have a compressor in our house. No, not in the house, in the garage. I don't have a key to the garage. Jack's got the key to the garage. I don't know how to use the compressor. Oh my God. Listen, I need to take a crash course in car maintenance. I'm telling you, this is killing me, these fees. Brother. So I have to go, and I'm always at Quick Trip. You guys know I'm always at Quick Trip. I have to go to air the tire every second day. I thought, this is crazy. I have the cruddiest rims. My rims are something fierce. I have bad rims. So much to the point. Oh, turn off this. Oops. I don't know why all of a sudden my cell phone decided to reboot itself, and it asked me to put in a 6-digit number to gain access. I don't know. I can't explain it. It is what it is. So I'm trying to find the picture so I can show you what my tires look like. My rim. Oh, here they go. You gotta see these. Okay. It's going. Oh, shoot. I have to turn off this light. Hang on, folks. Ooh, isn't this romantic? Maybe I should leave it this way. Okay. So this is what my rims look like. Those of you with, let me get the screen. There we go. Those of you with any experience or knowledge of rims, please feel free to comment down below. Move it over. This one looks a little better, right? See, this side looks good. Better. There we go. They're aluminum rims. See this little chunky business over here? Chrome plated. Must be made in China. Gotta be made in China. Have to be. They're not good. So, ooh, scary. Turn on the light, Jerry. So those are what the rims look like. The right rim was the leaky tire. So I'm thinking I'm going to get new tires and new rims, because this is just a problem. I do not have $3,000 just to pull out of my butt to get tires and rims. If you know, you know. And I need them. First things first, we need to take care of the basic engine and whatever is the problem right now with getting my heat done, getting my heat into the vehicle. Where was I? Because this sometimes in the chat, I can get too far ahead of the game and then I lose track. I had to realize and fathom how I'm going to get myself out of my house and get down the hill on my knees again and get into the Denali and go. There's still ice and it's snow covered ice, still bad. Think quick, Jerry. Think, says Winnie the Pooh. I'm going to call a Hook. I called the dealership. I made the appointment. I set it for Monday, meaning in 2 days to take it. I just wanted to get the appointment set. Then the service writer over the phone said to me, well, if you can make it in, Jerry, today, I'll plug in my little handheld computer, plug in the system, and find out why you don't have heat or whatever the case may be. Okay, I'm still thinking, letting all the gears go. Hey, my neighbor who's flat, that's the first neighbor that you see when I pull up, John and Danelle, on the right-hand side as I'm coming up the easement driveway. So John and Danelle have had sand, probably a sand and salt mixture. So much is on my brain that I want to say. But it's not bad drama. It's just I'm just recounting how my week has gone on. I know I missed a couple of things in this week, but John and Danielle have sand and salt mixture put down on their flat property and a little bit going onto the easement, hence allowing us to come in and out of the easement safely. I'm going to call and get somebody, first off, to put some sand or salt here. But the truth of the matter is, if you put sand or salt on top of snow, how good is it going to be? Nothing. You're just putting it on top of snow. So I went on Mr. Google, looked to see who could do such a thing. Is there a landscaping company? Is there a plowing company? I've found somebody. Called them. They said they don't do it. Called another person. No. But I can refer you to this person. So they did. Talked to the gentleman. I asked him, hey, when you get here, he had a plow on his vehicle. Thank you, Lord, again. He had a plow on his vehicle. I just said, I know it's going to cost me. You need, if you can, please, when you get here, come up by me. And I was putting my spikes onto my shoes. Come up by me. I will walk down to you and get in your vehicle so that you can take me down the hill and then go about doing your business, in which he agreed. Thank you, Lord, again. So he assisted me on the icy conditions that were part of where Jack's vehicle is. To get to his truck, still icy over there in the flat area, helped me into his truck, got me down the hill, turned over the freezing ice cold Denali. It was still cold. It didn't fix itself overnight. There's no little mechanic fairies that came to my rescue at the bottom of the hill. The turned it over, waited there a few moments while he plowed the flat area. I didn't expect him to go down into the bottom area where we have the burn barrels, for example. That's another small hill that's full of ice. You cannot take a plow down. He didn't want to get stuck. I don't blame him. I said, no, just plow the flat area, plow the hill, whatever inch and a half of light snow that we had to be removed for the sand and the salt to be effective for me to come home at night. Driving the vehicle, first left the house, still very early. I don't know if it had to have been 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. Still relatively early as I'm driving. I thought, well, Enterprise will pick you up. Or the dealer. They got to have, if I leave the vehicle there, they have to have a loaner. Or so I thought. Getting into Bloomer, drove into Bloomer, getting off the freeway. It says my engine is overheating, something about air conditioning. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. Why? All this stuff was destined to happen. I just don't know when it's going to happen. It happened on the off ramp in Bloomer, Wisconsin, right before I got to the dealer. I said, girl, you better move toot sweet to that dealer and shut her off. Do not cause any engine damage. Get to the dealer, fine. The service writer goes out there with this little computer gizmo, plugs it in, says whatever mumbo jumbo they're going to be fixing it. I said, well, you can call Jack, talk to him about it. Whatever. Ooh, these pregnant pauses. You know, the wheels are turning, the gears are turning. Ugh. I'm just going to leave the vehicle here. I told him it's safe. I don't have to worry about it. Asked him about a loaner. They don't have a loaner. I asked him where the nearest Enterprise was. Of course, it's in Eau Claire or Cameron. It is what it is. Note to people that don't understand what it's like living in the country. There's no such thing as Uber in Bloomer, Wisconsin, in the middle of Podunk. Where did I move? I left my comfortable city life for, yes, safety and security, and not the hubbub of living in a city, which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the blessings of this house that God has bestowed on us. Grateful for all the things. Sometimes the conveniences of living in a city stinks. Not living in a city stinks. No Uber. Oh, there's taxi cabs out there. It's Joe's pick you up in an hour taxi service. I just made that up. There's no such business like that. Found a person that was willing to pick me up according to their schedule, not mine, willing to pick me up. And I don't have all this time to go searching on my cell phone to find a company to pick me up in the middle of Podunk, Wisconsin. I said, fine. They said, we can get there by 12 noon. Okay. I should have done it live right there in the dealership, but I was just too. The whole day, the whole night was just a come on. It was one of those cluster clucks. It just was. He comes, pulls up the other side of the dealership at 12:07. 12:07. I have to be to work at 2 o'clock. Has another passenger in the front seat of his vehicle. He has to drive them to their job in Chippewa Falls. and then continue on with me to drop me off at Enterprise in Eau Claire to get the car before, I'm thinking, got to do it before 1 o'clock. Gets me to the dealership by 1 o'clock. Take care of whatever little piddly paperwork, sign here, press here on this pad, put your initials, 4 spaces. I gave him my driver's license. I gave him a copy of my insurance card. I think that should be fine. I should be in and out of there in record time. And I was. 7 minutes it took me from getting in the building until I got to the vehicle, because on the telephone I told the girl, I said, I've had a couple of surgeries. I need to get a vehicle that I can easily get in and out of and not cause any strain. They give me a Kia. A Kia. Not that GMC that was sitting right outside the door that was scheduled for somebody else. No, give me a Kia. So I took my 10 pounds of self and squeezed it into the 5-pound bucket. If you know the term, remember the term. Made it to Chautauqua. Well, my stomach is hungry, and I know I didn't eat since the night before. I eat at 6:40 at work, but I was really hungry, so I thought, I'm going to Quick Trip. Quick Trip burgers are full of additives. It's like a meatloaf burger. It's not like a meatloaf burger. It is. It's not the burgers that I get from QVC or Butcher Box. It's a meatloaf patty made to look like a burger that they cook and put it in buns. I don't dare get those because carbs and all the stuff. So I'm thinking I need a better alternative. They sell the rotisserie chickens, right? I'm going to get a rotisserie chicken. Except when I walk in the door, the person at the register had the last rotisserie chicken. I asked, when's the next batch coming out? Well, not for about another 50 minutes. I don't have that kind of time. It's 20 minutes to 2 o'clock, meaning 1:40. I'm going to grab the chicken tenders and just be on my way. Yes, they were cooked in seed oils. Yes, they had a breading on them. Yes, it was bad. It was a poor decision. No, it's not part of the Lion diet. Yes, I was hungry. All of the above. I was irked, but it's predestined. It is what it is. Stuff happens. What are you going to do? I happily took those chicken tenders, the 8-pack, 8, took them to work. Oh, I did grab one out of the container while they were hot before I got in the vehicle, because I don't want to mess up this car rental vehicle, of course, with parts of carbs and crud. So I grabbed a piece of the chicken in the parking lot. I'm peeling it, trying to get rid of all that topping, as much as I could of that topping. The seed oils that it was cooked in, that poison. All right, that is why, you guys, I have the cough right now. I have the cough and like the phlegm buildup because of that. I know it is because of that, because I haven't had any seed oils for the last 48, 47. What day is today? Today's the 17th. For the last 47 days. That's why I feel gurgly. Do I look puffed? I don't know. Can I be puffed overnight? I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Worse things have happened. Do you know what I mean? You got to be grateful and have the gratitude that I'm alive. I'm here. I have the means financially, a credit card. Pardon me. I have the financial means to get my vehicle fixed. I'm going to have to work a whole lot of overtime. If you know, you know. Oh, that was good. I'm sorry I didn't bring water down with me. I have a bathroom right here. I can go and get some water. I have the financial means because I have a job. I'm gainfully employed. It's just going to take me a little bit longer to pay off those bills. But I have to find out what's wrong with this vehicle. So Monday we'll find out. I don't know if they started working on it at all yesterday. Um, did they call Jack and did they communicate? I don't know. Jack didn't mention anything to me. Didn't say anything. But I know that I have the rental car up until Tuesday. That I have. So fingers crossed. Monday at 9:30 is when they're going to start working on my vehicle. And come what may, and no catalytic converter, Tanya, as they say, no catalytic converter. Uh, it it was something. It was something. I I'm grateful, blessed. It could have been worse. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. I probably need to catch up on this chat. Oh, Jerry's funny. I know this was a brain burp. She thinks she's in her car right now. That's true. So true. Yep, she does. She's on a roll. Oh, that's so true. What did BB say? At least her brakes can't go out in her chair. So true. I was on a roll. Oh, my Matt used to call them cluster bombs. You know it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, I have a lot to get off my chest. I'm used to the drive and talk. I am. I don't script myself ever. I have so much to talk about. It's been a week since I've been cluster bombing with the Denali steering wheel in my hand. It's been a while. So many things to say. Jerry is talking at us, but not with us this morning. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should keep up more with the chat. I'm sorry. Looks like chronic road salting eating into the clad. It seemed to pop up rapidly. It may be a defect that was exacerbated by the salt. That's why I have friends like Sharon and Tanya, girls that center me and ground me with real life. You must have learned that from your husband. Excellent. And you retain things a whole lot better than this girl does. Oh, Barbara's in the house. Hello, Barbara. Barbara, I was on a rant. I don't know if you're still with me, but I was on a rant. You want to scream, you want to cry, you want to do all of the above, but you just don't know. You just don't know. I'm doing the chat bass backwards. Sherry's in the house here. It's too bad you don't have video coverage of this. Sounds like a winner for it. Yeah, yes, yeah. I am so glad that I wasn't injured worse. Absolutely true. It's funny now that I look back at it. It is funny. I mean, if you put it into perspective with humor, it's kind of funny. But to crawl on your hands and knees on ice, ooh, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Thank you for coming on today, Debbie. Okay, here, people are guessing. People are guessing how long it took me. I know my number because I looked at my cell phone as I put it in my breast pocket. And the first one, the last one chronologically is 17 minutes. So I'm going to scroll and see if anybody guessed. Oh, here we go. I am guessing an hour, says Sherry. If what you have is frostbite, you should massage your hands and your knees. Whatever you do not use any kind of heat source as that could make things worse. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you very much. I had my hands, which were both cold. I had my hands in warm water. I tested it like you do baby bottles with the elbow. I tested it. And I'll let you know it was I I have to laugh. I'm not laughing at you. Sharon. Sharon thinks I'm Wonder Woman. Apparently, Sharon says it took me 7 minutes to go a block on ice. And Juliet, you guys are so optimistic. You guys are so good. 17 minutes here, Sharon said. Well, I have to say that it took me almost an hour. It was 57 minutes. 57 minutes on the ice. So, Sherry, this is yours. I'm sending that to you. There you go. That's the way. 50. Can you believe it? 57 minutes of me struggling on the ice. Yep. There we go. Oh, I do want to be able to engage with all of you guys. I do. You're not getting rid of me that easy. See, BB's back. Oh, DS is on here. There's Terry Girl, Terry Girl, Terry Girl. Terry Girl. Mm. You know, oh, despite my personal, woo, despite my personal struggles this last week, it is nothing compared to what my girl, Terry Girl, is going through. Ask me how I know. Oh, you guys saw me last Sunday as I broke the fast and saying happy birthday to my mommy. Terry Girl, I have been there. And I know what you're going through. I do. Give me a minute. Ah, I didn't want to keep you guys on hold forever. Gain your composure, Jer. Terry Girl, I have been in your shoes, friend. It was many years now, Terry, but I feel when I read what you're saying. And that will be how I'm going to engage with you guys the rest of this video, the rest of this live. I'm going to quick scroll real quick and see if I see any comments. Ooh, I didn't expect that. I got busy. Is it Christmas 2026 already? No. You would think. DS kills me. He's so funny. Red robe, Christmas tree. I don't know if you saw, DS. I have decided to keep the Christmas tree up year round, hence in the middle of the forest. And I'm going to light it up. Light it up. Light it up. Terry girl, I found a rogue Christmas ornament I still had out yesterday and jammed it in the box of late put off Christmas stuff. That happens. I'm telling you, especially with the dog. I don't know if you have a dog, Terry, but with the dogs and the tails and stuff, they knock stuff out all the time. I found Christmas or a small Christmas ornament. I remember one year it was one of the small ones because I had a small tree upstairs set up. Dog's tail just whacked it underneath the dresser. Yeah, found it 8 months later. See. Yep. I hope I answered your question. That's what the Christmas tree is, Jerry. In the middle of the forest, in the middle of my basement. I'm gonna keep the tree up. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Tanya, shoot, I gotta go help shovel. I hope you're still there when I'm done. Yeah, I hope so. And I hope that you don't have any bad experiences with heavy shoveling. Please take it easy. Sometimes just a shovel, just what I do is I just sometimes just push the snow, just push it a little bit and then tip my shovel because I can't lift. What are we doing in the middle of the forest? Seriously. Juliet's got with those faces that go, oh no. Reading it backwards. No, Juliet, her car broke down, so she had to crawl up an icy driveway to get home. That's right, the drama continued. Maybe it lasted a little too long. I was just thinking about events and what I needed to get done. And not to mention the fact that everybody and their mother was wondering, why did you buy a new car? Did you get a good deal at the start of the new year? Do you think, does this face look like the type of person that would be driving a Hyundai? Where's my American flag? Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. Sherry here. Sherry says, I just come home for the second time and poof, you disappear. Was it something I said? LOL. I know it was not. Those knees of mine, yeah, they sure are painful. And I didn't feel bad at all sleeping in late today. Hey, Juliet, thank you. I'm glad you're listening while you're working. You're working? Working on Saturday? Your regular, normal job? Sharon says, clean slate. Yep, I started fresh, brand new, all over again. Now, let's do catch up and let me talk about. I'm going to start reading some of these. Okay. Oh, Sharon was laughing at BB. Michael did one of those. It must have been during one of my pregnant pauses. Sharon said what her Matt used to call them, cluster bombs. Yep. I got rid of that first one. LOL. Uh-oh. Well, thank you very much, Paul Clark. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Paul Clark 7037. Welcome. Yeah, I had a moment. I had a moment there when I read Terry's comments. It was as though my whole week was nothing. Terry's today is everything. I can go through a week, a month of my life, but when you live that one day, every week, every month, same, being a caregiver for a parent, you cannot expect anybody that hasn't gone through and walked in your shoes to even understand or comprehend. I couldn't even, I was so busy taking care of my mom at the end that I couldn't even be angry with my sisters when they would come over and would visit her because, well, she was nearing the end of her life. And we did home hospice for her up until her body was shutting down, her organs were shutting down. And we had to put her into a hospital hospice program. My mother, I'm speaking of her cancer. My mother got her cancer diagnosis when she was 59 years old. I will be 65 years old on February 18th. I have outlived the diagnosis, and I'm pretty positive the reason that I did is because I finally woke up. That's what this whole other half of my life is going to be talking about. My personal journey, no disrespect to anybody else's, because if you're on my channel and you're a vegetarian and you like listening to a kind of chubby, not as obese as I used to be, but kind of chubby grandma with a good attitude, definitely a strong heart for the Lord, you go on with your bad self. You are welcome here anytime. But I'm going to give you my synopsis for why I do what I do. Am I going to have a 16th year of a 40-day fast? Yes, indeed. Whoops. Yes, indeed. You are on a roll. I don't do the warm water either. Don't do the warm water either. Roll. I did that the night of the warm water, the night of. So, but okay, now I'm going to be doing this money, this kind of thing, rubbing the knees. I don't plan on going anywhere with this stupid Kia. I just want to go to work on Monday. I'm here. It costs me X amount of dollars every day to have this stupid Kia sit in the driveway. Well, it is what it is. In case of emergency, if I have to, I at least have a vehicle that I can go from this house to point B. But there will be no Costco shopping lives, you guys. And I won't be going to church tomorrow. Physically in my church. I'm going to do it online tomorrow. So yes, congratulations to you. What does DS say? Carnivore Jerry, my American Chinese buddy for years, has had the same small artificial Christmas tree on their breakfast table. It looks like Charlie Brown's pitiful tree. Listen, you guys, we as children would go to this place called Maria's Pizza. If you're familiar with Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I'll put the next comment on here. Anna wrote, I don't keep a tree up year round, but I use my Elvis ornament for my ceiling fan pole. I love it. I am going to take my butter ornament that Barbara sent to me. Barbara gave me. Yay, Tanya, I'm still here. I'm glad you're okay after your snow shoveling. You're a young, spry chickie. Good for you. I am glad that you're here, and I'm glad you did your duty. Sherry here wrote, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that you are going through, but Terry, sending you much prayer and good thoughts. Absolutely. Anna says, Terry girl, I'm sorry. I just lost my dad in November. Thank goodness for hospice. Prayers for you and your mom. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. And Michael, it looks like he's got a couple of sandwiches here. Okay, so I'm going to end with Michael for right now and talk about this way of eating for me. I thought at the start of this, which was last year, December 2nd, that it would have been my grand finale. I said, you know what, Lord, it's my intention to be in Wonderland again, 199. And I'm thinking it'll be my last year doing this fast. I said, I think I have my diet under control. Well, that was before I ate the chicken yesterday at Quick Trip. It was in that batter and cooked in seed oils. I know better. I know better. It would have been better if we'd have a McDonald's that I would have gone through. There was a McDonald's in Eau Claire, but when I passed by, remember, it was after I was done at the dealership or enterprise. It was after 1. I just have to get from Eau Claire to Chautauqua, Wisconsin, 45 miles to get to my job. If you're a minute late, they write you up. No ifs, ands, or buts. We don't want to hear it. We value virtues. This is the company speaking right now. We value virtues as long as it fits our way of virtues. If it's about, it's not about you. Oh, never. It's about you. It's always about us, the company. I just needed to get to Chautauqua, be there by 2:00, and get off all the clothes that I had on, down to one layer, and then get into the building, get disrobe, put the safety clothes on, get my OSHA approved hearing devices, ear plugs in my ears, and start working. I was doing a relatively easy job. I had to produce 1,800 pieces from 2:00 until 10:00, which I successfully did. As a matter of fact, I was done by 20 minutes until 10, hence cleaning and vacuuming up. I like to vacuum up the little area that I work in, make it nice for the next person that comes on, stock them up, do all the things. So that's what I like to do. So did I make a bad decision by eating seed oils and chicken, going off the lion diet? I'm sure there's going to be the militant people that are going to say it. But as with any diet, let's say you vegetarians, if you have a weak moment and you go to McDonald's and have a burger, you do you. Nobody should be there doing this. No, don't do that. You're doing this is bad. That's evil. Why are you doing this? Are you trying to kill yourself? Don't you know plants are trying to kill you? I know all the things. I know what plants do to this body. I made the right choice at that time for my hunger. Could I have fasted in another day? I bet I probably could. I probably could have. But I had my chicken, and today we're drinking bone broth with vegetables and spices. Jerry, you just are a glutton for punishment, are you? No. I'm back on the horse again. I took a rib steak out of the freezer, after I'm done doing this live, I'm going to have a rib steak and some eggs fried over easy. And I'm going to enjoy it in the middle of the afternoon. Not going to save it and hoard it until lunch with cold butter on the side. Oh, deliciousness. So, my intention was on December 2nd that this be the last fast that I'm going to do. I got it under control. I can do this. I don't have to keep doing this every year. I was going to do a dry fast. How I started the fast was on December 2nd, doing a day of dry fasting, soft, because I didn't drink any water. I did take a shower and I dry pulled brushing my teeth because I wanted to have as less water contact as possible. Oh, yes. And I washed my hands at work because I'll be frank, you guys don't understand unless you're on the coasts. If you're on the coast, if you're like my friend Terry girl in California, you might be there. If you're like my girl Tanya on the East Coast, you might be there. Us in the Midwest, we're not there yet. Super flu. I posted that in this last week, and I wrote, there was some cutesy little funny kind of meme. I am not your doctor. We don't give advice, whatever the case may be, just to grab people's attention. And then I put the narrative down about this super flu, that it's hitting people once they get it. They're just knocked down. Then they get better. Then it gets them again the second time. So, well, I didn't know about this on December 2nd. I'm quite cognizant of the fact that people that are on the coasts, Arizona, Wendy and Harry have it. They had the bug. They always apologize that, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't done any videos, or sorry, we've been MIA, whatever the case may be. But when you know better, you do better. So if you haven't gotten this super bug right now, I have vitamin C. I have some elderberry that I'm down to the last of whatever container. I got some from Amazon. The concern I have with Amazon is, are they going to deliver it because of the hill? Now, I got this past week, the full moon dog snacks that I get. Usually they come UPS, or I'm sorry, FedEx, usually. Big box. I went through, now granted, we have 2 dogs right now. I went through a 3-month supply of dog food in record time. We have 2 dogs. We have dogs that cry, will sit by Jack. I do not put up with this. And maybe I'm a bad, hard ASS dog mom, whatever the case may be. They can cry all they want around me. I'm not going to just keep feeding their faces with dog snacks. Is it good? Yes. Is it protein? Yes. Is it part of their daily allowance for food intake? Well, yeah, it really is. So when people are saying that's all you're feeding your dog is 7 ounces of chicken or 7 ounces of beef, they get a pound of protein dog food in their bowl, 7, 8, whatever the case may be, in their dog bowls, BID, twice a day. The snacks are all supplemental. But Full Moon has that new dog food, remember? That I showed you guys, the dehydrated chicken, the dehydrated beef. Well, I know more often than not, more nutrition in a beef product. In beef, there's more nutrition, period. Hence, the carnivore diet, the lion diet, beef is king. My husband has a friend that he will not eat chicken. And the reason he won't eat chicken is because of corn. What is corn? Corn is not a vegetable. Corn in and corn out is the same thing. If you know, you know. That is why he does not eat chicken. I had chicken yesterday. It wasn't because of corn in, corn out. I'm sure it wasn't a pasture raised chicken. I'm sure that Quick Trip gets chickens. Pardon me a second. Well, that was uncalled for. I had one of those choking moments. My husband says I'm the only person that chokes on air, which is true. I need to sip more during my lives. Okay. Ooh, I'm missing the chat. Anna said, you did make the best choice. When in doubt, make the best decision as what I eat. It wasn't Oreos. That's true. Absolutely. Absolutely true. Oh, your snow was Sunday through Wednesday. Sherry says my dogs will look away if I'm eating. They know better. Mason, hey Mason, caught me in a coughing jag. Fiber is for ruminants. You guys remember my experience that I had with the raspberries and that whole equip thing? Oh, no, no, no. Everybody say hello to Mason. Hey, Bill Cook is here. Bill. Hello, Biscuit. Hello, Tanya, says Mason. Hey, Bill. Bless you, Jerry. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, all of you who just came in. And Bill says he was shopping on base. Got 9 dozen eggs, 8 cents each, 9 dozen for the price of 5 dozen at BJ's. Score! Score, Bill. Yes to the bill. Everybody, hello, Sharon. Mason, hello. Girl. Hey, Mason. Listen, I'll tell you what my eyes see. my eyes see, hey, Amazon, which reminds me, I used to affectionately coin myself as an Amazon. I was, for those of you that remember my story, I told people that I was 5'12" because my mother said girls are never supposed to be 6 foot tall. So that's my story. And this is my sister right now. My sister came in. Good thing she didn't hear my sob story, my crying. I'm over that now. Wow, super egg deal. You know what? I had to get that crying out. I had to get it out of my system. And my intention going forward for this year was to say, I want to be able to do the dry fast at least one day every month, at least one day. The soft dry fast, at least one day. I don't take any pills, any supplements where I need the water. Mason is saying hello to my sister. Ooh, deviled eggs and oopsie cake in the near future. Brother, let me tell you, that cake I made for my mother's birthday, Bill, that was so good. And the cake that your wife made for you, Bill, that just looked absolutely wonderful. Lynn's cake. Lynn's not in here today. She's one of my moderators. Lynn's cake with coconut. Coconut extract. That just sounded so delightful. I don't regret not doing complete lion like everybody else did because it was my mama's birthday. She would have been 105 years old. So I don't regret eating the oopsie cake at all. I don't regret eating the chicken yesterday at all. It was the better choice than Oreos, absolutely. At that dealership, listen, at our dealership where my car is strategically there right now, and with an eye shot of where I was sitting, were cookies, dozens of a wide array of different flavors of cookies. Huge success. I didn't have any. I am stronger. My God made me stronger than that desire for eating a cookie. It's not worth it. To me, it's not. And even though the people at work cannot fathom, nobody at work can fathom how I can, number one, not eat all the things during the holidays. And don't give me that shenanigans. YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. You only live once. Nah. Like Terry, I took care of my mama with the cancer. My mother had the Dr. Atkins book in her closet. And after she died, guess who got that Dr. Atkins book out of my mother's closet? Yep. I should have started. It was funny. I got to interject this too because I'm not sure if Mary Jo's on right now or not. But at my mother's funeral, my father was alive at my mother's funeral. My mother was 69 years old when she died. At my mother's funeral, all of us kids were smoking right outside. Just everybody smoked. Just smoke. The woman just died of cancer. My mother smoked those more cigarettes, those big, long, skinny cigarettes at the end. She smoked that. Now remember, at the end, if at the end of my life, whenever God decides, if I am faced with a diagnosis like cancer or anything radical, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I know when you know better, you do better. I know what sugar does to a body. I know that my doctor at the Mayo Clinic is pushing pills for me every lotion. Listen, I've eaten off of a UPS truck before. I bought the MLM shenanigans. This pill will help you. This pill will make you feel better. Go ahead. Try a GLP-1. Take the shot once a month. It'll be it'll be good for you. You'll lose weight. Just spend, what did Barbara say in one of her videos? $1,800 in one of Barbara's videos. It would have cost her out of her pocket for a GLP-1 pill. Nah, I'm going to spend $1,800 on just this vehicle and car rental that I didn't expect. I didn't expect it. Whatever. Let's catch up with the chat because the chat is just scrolling right by and I don't want to miss you guys. So, deviled eggs and oopsie cake, brother, I will be with you in spirit. Come February, I can't wait to eat a sardine. $1.44 per 18-pack. Bill totally scored. Totally. Coffee moment. That was a seed oil moment brought to you by Quick Trip and their fried chicken tenders. Ching, ching. I thought that was wild. You are that tall and you found a way around it. Good for you. Well, thank you, Mason. No, I was that tall. I am now just under 5'10". But remember, back surgery, I am getting older. Everything sags. Look at my face. Do I look worried about it? No. I never had hooded eyes. I got them now. Gravity. Don't make me think about what's going on with the boobs. Don't. Gravity. No, this is not Jerry after dark. This is Jerry in the afternoon. Oh, Mason. Oops. Mason again. Bill, good food. Absolutely. Oh, Bill, need to go. Need to G. Need to go, as in go. Need to hit up BJ's for cream cheese. Yeah, brother, get that cream cheese. Get all the cream cheese. Here's my sister. She is down with walking pneumonia. Just finished my last antibiotic yesterday. All I do is sleep. Just want to say hi and I miss you. Well, hello, and I hope you feel better. Mary Jo. Sharon. Oops. I gotta get Sharon's here. Sharon, I still managed to drop 4 pounds even after the oopsie cake. Yay! Other than the 3x5-ish piece I gave to my daughter-in-law, I finished the whole thing and I got back to sea lion. I will say that I had an itchy rash. Probably cream cheese. Do you think? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe. I think. Show 18-pack on Amazon right now. Typical price $3.39. So it's 6 cents per count. You save $2.39. That's 71%. Thank you. Bride's Biscuit is there coming in clutch with the math. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't typically have much dairy. There you go. And to me, dairy, I know dairy is not for me. I know it. Look at what seed oil is doing to me with this hacking and this phlegminess. No, I had a little of that phlegminess from the cake that I had for my mom's birthday, and I only made my mother's cake, or only ate one piece. I cut it in 9 pieces. I only ate one of those pieces. The rest went to the dogs and Jack. And oh, and the whipped cream. Don't forget that aspect of dairy. That affected me, Sharon, the day right away, that day. But I wasn't eating anything for 40 days. I was not eating any dairy. Well, anything for that matter, period. Period. My sister, very proud on your fasting. God does work miracles, doesn't he? Absolutely, he does. Absolutely. And I know it for sure. Jerry, live forever. I don't know. I want to live forever with Jesus, you know. The goal, that's what I'm saying. Because DS, you and I are the same, like-minded insofar as our faith is concerned. I'm not trying to diss my sister, and I'm not trying. If Amy's on here, I don't want her to misconstrue, but I have gone beyond saying the rosary. For example, as a child living under my parents' roof, saying the rosary every day and praying to every saint and what have you. God is in control. I am not. And no saint, in my opinion, was going to help me get up and over that hill of ice like I had to. Just saying. Tanya says to my sister, I hope you feel better, Mary Jo. Mary Jo says to Tanya, thank you. Gravity always wins. Yeah. Oh, 100% true that. True that. I came up with a sarcastic label for most foods that come in jars nowadays that I do not eat anymore. Seed oil sauce. Listen, I think, hang on a second. I have to put it on mute. Hang on, boys and girls. You are not joking about that seed oil sauce. I was watching Harry and Wendy. I've been watching Harry and Wendy ever since I was doing keto. They've been on there for quite some time. When Wendy opened up that jar of, I don't know, I think it was Prego Alfredo. I'm going to deviate a little bit here, Sharon, with my conversation going along the same vein of what DS said. When she opened up that jar of Alfredo and said that it has clean ingredients, I just almost busted out laughing. No, there's some clean ingredients. Sometimes you wonder about the cleanliness about factories like where I work, but I don't make food. I don't make food products. Anything that goes from a cow into a factory, there's a certain amount of processing that happens. Now, beef bacon processing, pork bacon processing, leaves the animal, leaves the barn, goes into a factory. That's a part of processing. Processing to a certain extent is okay. I do not have the means to buy 100% non-GMO, certified organic, pasture raised, massage by Tibetan monks chicken. I can't do that. But I have the means to go to Costco with my credit card and get the ground beef that was processed in a factory and brought into Costco, and they've cryovac sealed, whatever the case may be. That type of processing is okay. There is no need for me to go in the middle of that store, in the middle of any store. I don't need to go down the cereal aisle. Why? Why? Don't need to go down the dessert aisle. Don't even think about sugar, dairy. Give me past the eggs and the butter. I'll grab the eggs and the butter and get out there quick. Occasionally, I will grab some Greek yogurt as a rare occasion. Majority of the times, like you guys saw me last Saturday, buying it for the dogs. The dogs like it. It helps their stomach. It's good for their digestion. But you are 100% right. Seed oil sauce. I saw that you made that comment about your friend that made that tater tot dish on Rick's channel this morning, because I was listening. They call it lurking. I was lurking on Rick's channel, not wanting to be active because I was in pain. Not wanting to be too much active, but I saw that comment. So true. So true. What does Bill say here? Okay, heading out now to BJ's. Bye. Bill's probably gone. Bill's probably on the freeway, almost there. I missed it, Jerry. Did you immediately eat seed oil after your fast ended? No, no. I had that stupid seed oil yesterday because I left Eau Claire in the Kia rental car. Couldn't stop at McDonald's. It was McDonald's rush hour to get the meat cookies. I thought, I got to get to Chautauqua. I got to get to work by 2:00. And none of the food in the vending area is something that I eat. It's just none of it is something I eat. They don't have stuff. No, none of the above. So I stopped at Quick Trip. And that was the seed oil I ate yesterday on January 16th. That was 6 days after I broke my fast. DS. Regrettably, yes. But I picked off as much of the breading as I possibly could. It was still cooked in seed oils, nevertheless. The right decision at that time. But today, beef bone broth and a steak. That's what's for afternoon dinner. For me, afternoon lunch. I wish I could gain 4 pounds steadfast. Yeah, Michael, I wish you could gain the weight too. I wish Amy, for example, our friend Amy, the Avenger mother, has gained the weight, and she's going to discuss it tomorrow on her live. More than likely, she's saying that it's part of her thyroid she was recently diagnosed with the doctor. So she got as close to nature as possible, desiccated thyroid medication, close as possible to nature. And I'm thinking she's going to drop that weight in record time. I really, really think so. Let's see. Oh, there's Michael's comments again. I heard that a movie about King David, they would shout, "King, live forever." Ah, got it. Only one God, and I am glad I am not him. Amen. Amen. Okay, I think I may have a different audience than I did on last Monday, 6 days ago, this last past Monday. So I'm going to say it again. On Monday, I was in Dr. Kiltz's house. He, in his channel, Dr. Nelson, he and Aaliyah, I was a guest in their house. Now, for those of you that know, you know, Sharon, I was not intending to stir the poo pot. As often as you guys know, I like to stir the poo pot. I wasn't going to go there on Monday. I was in Kiltz's house. Dr. Kiltz believes that we are all, whether we're all God, Buddha, Mohammed, enter any prophet's name, we're all that person inside of us. No. Like you, Anna, there is only one God. God the Father in heaven that brought his son down to die for our sins. And as long as we believe in my belief, as long as we believe in him, we confess our sins and we look forward to life with God forever in heaven. That's what I do. So I don't want to live forever. And I know that you know that, DS, because we've built a good friendship relationship on the internet. So we're brothers and sisters in Christ. But you can't help but feel, knowing what I know, I can't help but feel that to live without God forever is just cruel. It's gonna be cruel, gnashing of teeth, the wailing, the everything that's evil for eternity. I don't want any part of that. No, I don't want it. No. Mason, girlfriend, you are correct. No saint died for you. If they had, it would be it would have been futile, as only a holy God can save us, save you and us. Praise, 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 100%. Grain-fed boutique, whatever. DS is so fun. Fun, DS, same thing as a blanket statement like, I eat clean or healthy, but I can't lose weight. Yeah, so true. So let's cut to the chase. Am I going to do a 16th year of fast right now? I don't know. I will periodically. My intention once a month is what I'm telling you right now. Do a soft dry fast, take a shower, brush my teeth with water, and wash my hands during the course of the day, because cooties, if you know, you know. So I don't know. I do want to practice more fasting during the month, whether I do a 24, which is a breeze in my opinion. When you're talking about 40 days, 24 is nothing. In my opinion. Why didn't I think of that yesterday when I was all flustered and I got the quick trip chicken? Sidebar, just saying. I knew better. I was hungry. I was hangry. I was one of those hangry situations. I lost control of my brain. I gave in to the seed oils, and now I'm suffering with the seed oil gurgle. 24-48, maybe doing a week here and there periodically, maybe a weekend of fasting, which is fine, because then I can focus on YouTube and do YouTube, for example, and all of that. Maybe just clean my house for the weekend. If you know, you know. Oh, speaking of a little bit of YouTube housekeeping here, If you don't know by now, everybody should know this. Bill Knott has a new channel up and running. It's called Bill and Daisy in Alaska, and Knott is spelled Nott. Bill and Daisy in Alaska. For those that don't know who Bill Knott is, I don't know what kind of rock you're under. Maybe my sister doesn't have a clue who Bill Knott is, but I'm going to say this for my sister's benefit. Bill Knott came onto YouTube. Bill Knott cried out to God, God, help me. Bill Knott was at the end of his wits, at the end of his life, what he thought was literal life. 700-pound man. He lost more than half of his weight right now. If that isn't powerful, I can't tell you what is. Had a huge YouTube following. Homestead How promoted him, supported him. His job was YouTube, doing YouTube and making the monetary gain from YouTube. I'll tell you what, LMNT, I may not advocate that product, but I'll tell you their product is very good for the unflavored salt that they have. LMNT continued on to his having them, Bill, be a sponsor for LMNT. So if you need LMNT, if you want to get the unflavored version, go right ahead. Do it under Bill Knott's link. A little bit of housekeeping there. So Bill can make the monetary gain from that. Let me get rid of this and keep scrolling because I see the comments are coming in. Same thing as a blanket statement. Oh, we already got that with Sharon. Sorry, Sharon. Somebody recently said to me, the click, I'm glad it works for you. Yeah, I know. People don't want to, people want, careful with your words, Jerry. Be very careful. It's a question I want to ask without sounding too be itchy, right? Do you really want this? Do you really like feeling sick like this? Do you like it? I had to ask myself that. Do you really like being 363 pounds, Jerry? Do you really like shelling out all that money for the lotions and the potions and the little Barbie food meals and going to the doctor and them wanting to give me this, that, and the other prescription? Oh, guess what? It's that time of the month. I have to make my monthly crusade to the doctor's office. I have to get the prescription refilled. I can't wait to go to the pharmacy. Should not be the words that you are saying to yourself. The words you're saying to yourself when you open up the door of that grocery store that you're going to should be, I am going to buy whole foods. I'm going to buy sources of foods that are going to benefit this body that God has given to me. Sometimes, I know I say this flippantly because sometimes God knows I'm joking and God accepts my humor. I say that the Garden of Eden was really the garden for eating for all the animals. That was supposed to be where the animals were supposed to get their food because Adam and Eve were supposed to kill the animals and eat the animals. The circle of life. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to have another raspberry or any equip in my future. No. That ain't happening. No way. Kilts blends faith. Feels awkward. True. Totally true. Totally true. Why did my mind go right to him? I know. Whenever he says things, sometimes I just type parentheses, caps, Sharon. She knows when she reads it what I'm thinking. I don't even think I have to type things. I think Sharon and I are on the same wavelength. Sharon and I are sisters on the opposite end of this continent. Absolutely. My mind can do that too. The best preaching I have found is on Hillside Bible Baptist channel. Yeah, listen, DS has been sending me some of the preaching from the Hillside Bible Baptist channel and the fire and brimstone that preacher can dole out. Very good. Good Bible foundation preaching. I like a little fire and brimstone. We had a Catholic priest. His name was Father Clark. Back in St. Anthony's School, where I attended as a wee little girl. It's where I got my communion from. I was very little. He spoke as a Catholic priest up on that pulpit, some serious fire and brimstone. Absolutely. And when he'd bang on that lectern, man, it gave you the chills, the whole goosebumps. It was like equating wait till your father gets home, those words, and then hearing the car door slam and going, oh Lord Jesus, I'm coming to meet you now because I know better. That's how Father Clark was. It is very awkward. I'm like, move on. Absolutely. Hi, Jerry. Hey, there's Sandy. Sandy. Oh, Sandy. Sharon, if Kiltz had his own church, he would definitely employ a smoke machine during praise and worship. You want a blue? You want a blue suit? Stand under the blue light. You want a red suit? Stand under the red light. I like Kiltz. I've met him in person. I have a picture of him, Kiltz and I, together. I don't know if I've ever showed that. I'll look at it while I'm going through some of the chat. Good grief, DS at 111. He is relentless at spreading his gospel. Right idea, wrong gospel. Absolutely true. Absolutely. Smoke machine. Mason's laughing. Hey, Sandy. Excuse me. I subscribed to Bill's new channel, followed from the start. Me too. As a matter of fact, I was his 200th like on his new channel after I hit the subscribe button. Sandy saying hello to Mason. And my sister said, okay. I love Bill, says Barbara. We all love Bill. We do. Grandma, ha ha, we know you do. Me too. Me too. Hillside Bible Baptist Church is a fundamentalist Baptist. The true word. Barbs, you on? Hey. I am here up and down, but here mostly. Good. I'm glad that you're here. I still want to do more. Hey, everybody. Hey, Barbara. I am so glad that you joined us. Kind of weird because normally I'm joining you at night from my job. Did not drive home at all this week, Barbara, but had a whole lot of drama here. Whole lot of drama. I wanted to find the picture of me and Kiltsy and I together on a video or on a picture. Back when my sister and I went to see Carrie Mann's meetup. We actually went to Carrie Mann's meetup. I gotta find it. I think I'm there. I think I'm close. And he is very warm. Kilts, I'm talking about. Very warm, very personable, very. You like the guy. You really do. I am glad that I was there. It was my first meetup, believe it or not. First meetup. I can't find the picture. So it is what it is. If I find it, I'll post it. But I'm glad that I went. I am planning right now to have to go to three meetups. I asked my sister to go along with me to the Kilts meetup in at Carrie's house at his theater. I don't think she was into it too much. Um, she did ask me. When are we leaving? So I knew it's like, oh boy, she doesn't like this. She spent a lot of time on her device, but she did listen to some of the words. She said at the time when we were talking, or they were talking, the speakers were talking about Bill Knott, that she would probably be interested in the story. So the only thing I have to say, if Mary Jo, if you're still on, I would say jump on to Bill Knott's channel, Bill and Daisy in Alaska. Check it out. His video right now, it's only a 12-minute video. It's very, very short, but he's got to get back up and running and get that channel going again. So hello, Thomas, welcome. And I am so glad that you're here. I don't want to step on you. I know it's getting close to that time when you come on. So he has charisma. People are drawn to it, even if they don't like the person. True. Pardon me. Just check. Bill has over 2,000 subscribers in 24 hours. Yay! So Bill's got to get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, he's past that. 4,000 watch hours. And I was doing that myself. I just got myself monetized right into the new year. That was my New Year's gift, which I thank God for. The second level of monetization, that's going to come at God's time, not mine. Because I have no control. My whole life, there's zero control. No control. God's got it all. Hey, listen, I sound froggy. Seed oils in action. Thomas, Maso, Barbara, Dustin, and Fam. BB is saying hello to everybody. Congratulations, Jerry. Well, I thank you very much, Dustin, and welcome to the live. This is part 2 of what ended up to be a debacle in the beginning. It was just awful. And then I hit myself off with the live stream and I kicked myself out. So we're doing round 2. But I got to be done by 3 o'clock. So I have 30 minutes because Thomas goes on. Okay, so I got to do some more housekeeping here. More housekeeping. Here is Michael. There's my YouTube coach right here, Michael's Adventures. He's at 5,503 friends. Yeah. Hello, Dustin, says Mason. Hello, all, says Dustin. Hey, Michael. Okay, so more housekeeping. YouTube housekeeping, not Jerry housekeeping. Cindy and I, as you guys know, started up YouTube about the same time. Cindy is phenomenal doing interviews. Hey, guess who's here? We got the dogs. Let's see if we want to see the girls. Who's it? There's Ladybug. She's licking. She's my little girl. There's Ladybug. Hi, say hello to YouTube. This is my full-blooded German Shepherd dog. Squeaky, if you can hear in the background, she's there. I have no food for you, darling. I have no food for you. No, I don't. Want to give me a kiss? I'll let you give me a kiss. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a baby. She's baby. She's my baby. That's just baby. You're baby. Yep. Your breath is bad. Oh, your breath is so bad. We got to get the groomer girl here to brush her teeth. She got brush her teeth. Yeah, she does. Okay, that's all. Here comes Squeaky. Squeaky, come here. Yeah, I know. I still pet you to see everybody. Everybody wants to see Squeaky. Come on, Squeak. Ladybug, you got to share the stage. Squeaky, come here. You got to share the stage. Yeah. Come here, Squeaky. Come here, Squeak. There's Squeaky, everybody. Okay, Wendy's probably not still on, but this is Squeaky. We say she's Corgi and German Shepherd. Little pudge ball, but Ladybug wants all the attention from the mama. That's a good girl. That's a very good girl. Okay, now I gotta finish my YouTube video. Okay, gotta go. See ya. What are you smelling? I gotta go. There you go. There's your daily dose of German Shepherd. Your daily dose of my German Shepherds. Okay. Okay. I forgot where I was. Mason. Mary Jo's still here. What a pretty girl. Yeah, that's my German Shepherd. And I don't know what Michael's picture is over there. Did you play sports in high school and college? No, I dropped out of college. I went to Marquette University and I dropped out after the first year. Yeah, yes, I did. I went to an all girls high school. All girls. Apparently, my parents didn't want us to be around boys. Just saying. Well, I went right from not being around boys to going to college and finding men, shall we say. I was probably destined to marry a doctor or a lawyer, is what I was thinking at the time, because all the people that were going to school were all doctors and lawyers students at the time. So I've been through a sheltered life, shall we say? Sheltered. Catholic upbringing, strong Catholic upbringing, living by the rod. Yeah, and the belt. But I've survived. My parents didn't throw us into scalding, boiling hot water tubs like that kind of insanity that patients are doing. But when you did something wrong, you got a crack on your behind. To answer your question, high school, if this is any surprise to any of you, I was in the drama club and in the choir of high school for 4 years. I played, but should we do another drawing? I think it's time. Let's see what I have in my bag of tricks here. We have one. Okay. This is for the first person. No, I have no food in there. Ladybug heard the drawer open. First person to come up with the answer. What did I do in high school for 4 years? First person, $10. Go. I'm going to read some of the talk. I played volleyball in high school. I was tall. I was an Amazon, remember? But the gift card is not about volleyball. It's to the first person that can guess the secret. For those of you that know, you know. Squeaky is so smart. Yes, Squeaky is the one that squeaks. She's the German Shepherd one. She was the one in the background. That's the German Shepherd Corgi. Cindy says, hello. I didn't even get notification. Cindy, good timing. Hello, welcome, and I thank you for showing up. Okay, gotta tell you this, because I was doing YouTube housekeeping things. So, for those of you that know, typically, I do my lives unannounced. I drive to and from work. Scatterbrain, steering wheel, everything. All the things. I probably need to be scripted. I slowly but surely have been doing more videos and putting the videos up. Too slow. But maybe by this weekend I'll get a couple of them up. So it was my intention to keep on going with the Jerry Nooners on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays following Rick, but not to step on Thomas because he goes on at 3 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock Eastern. Well, Cindy now changed her schedule because of her. She has got memberships for her. So we have to think of her members. You must think of each creator. And, well, I do. I think. Not you must. I think of every creator. And I don't want to step on people. So when I did what I did last week, I'll do the parties and I'll try to do scheduling. And I was intending to keep up with my Sunday lives after church and stopping them before 5 o'clock Central, which is when Juliet starts at 5. And then Amy starts at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Now, I don't know what Juliet and Doug's topic is this weekend. I know that Amy's going to be talking about her hypothyroidism. I know that. And I'm also here to talk about Cindy's. And I will divert to Cindy to fill in the gaps for me, because now Cindy is changing her schedule based on what her members want. And I believe, oh boy, I'm going to leave it to you. I think it's 5 o'clock. Could be 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern, I think is Cindy's time. So if I do a Sunday one, I have to, in my opinion, this is what I do. Everybody does their own. So I'm just saying what I'm planning on doing is I'll still do a Sunday one, but I need to cut it short, not to step on Cindy. And then continue on with Juliet and continue on with Amy. So that's the latest thing. Cindy's changed her channel. Now we're going to find out what Cindy is typing. So Cindy's giving us all the stuff next about her channel. And that's my decision, Cindy. That's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to still do the Nooners, but my Nooners will cut short on Sunday. German Shepherds are very vigilant. Yeah, we got the babies. Ours are babies. Mason saying, hello, Cindy. And Sandy saying hi to her kid, Thomas. Happens all the time, Cindy. I know. Well, remember, you guys, I do these at the drop of a hat sometimes. Sorry. I promise, Michael, I will try to be more vigilant like a German Shepherd mom and schedule these. But just so you know, I'm going to call it the Jerry Nooners. And usually it'll be noon Central Time, meaning 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Until you hear otherwise from me, because at the drop of a hat, I can change everything. I can change it all. Hello, Sandy, says Cindy. And Sandy says, hello to Cindy. I went to Catholic school from 2nd until 12th. Yeah, Cindy, that's why we have such a good relationship. It's our good, strong Catholic upbringing. Yeah. Slept. Girl, I know. I woke up at 10:35 myself. Totally missed Rick's live and finally caught up to it. Finally, drama. Smoked. Okay, wait a second here. Slept. And then Sandy wrote smoked. Okay. Drama. Home at, duh. See what I mean? I have not had my beef sustenance. You guys are answering the question that I asked of you. Am I an idiot? Is this the right way or is this the right way? Loser. This is it. Loser. Good night. No, Cindy, I did not sleep during high school. Smoke. I did smoke. I didn't start smoking, believe it or not, Sandy, until I was 18. That's when I started. That was a mistake. Total loser. Loser right there. I was caught in high school smoking adjacent right outside of the cafeteria at our high school, smoking a cigarette. And if I didn't pay the $25 fine, I could not graduate and get my diploma. What kind of an idiot was I? Apparently, I thought it was after hours, nobody be around. Well, a nun came in the bathroom and busted me. $25. I wrote out a check, gave it to the office. I was allowed graduating. Yes, Mason, it is drama. You got to be more specific. I've said this on my channel many times. Home ec. Nope, I took home ec, but that's not what the answer is. LOL. Jerry, you're such a goofball. Hey, Helix. Helix, I can promise you that I do not have ice in this container. If you know, you know. When I read that, I almost died, Helix. I was cracking up 100%. And I think that's probably what Sharon's doing the same thing, cracking up. Hey, Helix, says Mason. I interpret the rod as being vigilant with a kid and correcting them when needed, which was frequently. Yes, I sent my son to a private school. Whoa, sorry about that. It wasn't an earthquake. It was me on the computer. I sent my son to a Bible school. I've only had one kid, so I was a one and doneer. This girl ain't no baby machine, okay? And spare the rod, spoil the child. They had a paddle that they would spank on their butt twice. They'd screw up on their, not a bare butt, on their clothed butt twice. Or was it 3 times? I think it was 3 times. And then they'd call me when they did it to my child. Well, my child did it twice, 2 times. Nobody, come on, you guys. You have to know. I've said this before. What did I do in high school for 4 years? It wasn't volleyball. That's not the answer. Mason's on the right track. I have talked about it before. What I did say I was in the choir, so that's not the answer. But what specifically did I do for 4 years in the drama aspect? Yes, I would tend to get angry when correcting the kid. Pardon me. Sup, girl, says Carnivore. And my sister said she's still in drama school. She loved acting and she was good at it too. Okay, my sister's she's giving you information. You guys should know this. You've been following me and watching all the lives that I've been doing. You have to know. Somebody's got to come up with this answer. Okay, what do we got here? Here we got Cindy. Don't worry. There's no way not to step on toes. 4 o'clock Eastern. Okay. Oh, that's where I get confused. If it's 4 o'clock Eastern time, then it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock my time. I think we'll stick to that. So I have to be off by 2 o'clock Central time. 2 o'clock. Wait a minute. She says 4 o'clock Eastern. That's 3 o'clock Central. I have to be off by 3 o'clock Central. That's just me. That's me. That's my logic. So for me, I'm going to get off by. There we go. Okay, Mary Jo, you are my sister. What type of actress What did I do? What am I most known for at St. Joan Antietam High School other than actress? Because I'm good. I'm good in drama on the YouTube, kind of, sort of. If I don't have squirrel moments, what did I do, Mary Jo? You gotta know this. Maybe you didn't go to any of my plays. That wasn't just saying. Mary Jo should know this. She should know this. Slept was my guess of what you did in high school. That's right. I know that. By the time I finally caught on, Cindy, after I had my little my brain burp squirrel moment. Hey there, Cindy. Cindy Sherry won a $15 gift card today. Yeah. I smoked during high school, but not during school hours. No, me either. I smoked in high school in the bathroom. It was after hours. I may have been one of the last ones as I was taking care of what I needed to do when I was being an actress. What did I play in high school? What did I play? Here comes Mary Jo's truth right here. I think I skipped out more than being in school. I sat in restaurants all day. Must be Mark's Big Boy, because we did that going to high school. We stopped for breakfast there, going to high school. Mark's Big Boy, which was at Juneau Village down the road. And I remember I was 17 years old when I went to my first bar. It was called Chapter 5, and it was on the south side of Milwaukee. 17th, 18th, and Oklahoma. Yeah, I was 17 years old. But I thought, hey, if I'm doing my extracurricular drama actressy thing in high school, after I'm done, I'm going to go to the bar down the road, which was called Victor's Bar. Just not this last New Year's Eve, but the New Year's Eve before, we were down in Kenosha visiting the girls. Well, I was told that Victor's, the bar, was going to close forever and ever and ever. And the last day was New Year's Eve 2 years ago. So I asked Jack, I really want to go. We had one German Shepherd at the time. She would have been fine in the truck by herself, locked in the vehicle. Everything would have been fine if we would have went to the bar, even if we had just soda water, bubble water, seltzer water. She would have been fine. We didn't go. And I'm totally bummed about that, because that's how I cut my liquor teeth, right there at Victor's. I went to Victor's, the last year of senior high school, a lot of time at senior in high school. And even when I was at Marquette University, I still went there and had a couple of cocktails. It was a very upscale type of bar. It was. They had music, they had dancing. Frankie Valli played there. I went there with my older sister, Sissy, and watched Frankie Valli at Victor's. Yeah, so happy memories for me. Bummed I had the opportunity to go there. I told the husband I wanted to go there. We never went there. It is what it is. And Victor's is now closed. Now it's my understanding somebody wants to buy Victor's again and turn it into another bar, but the neighbors are having a big hissy fit of it. Even St. Joan Antietam High School nuts are having a hissy fit. They don't want another bar in their area. Victor's has been around for 40 years. Stop it. As long as it doesn't get turned into kind of a hell-raising, no disrespect type of a shenanigan place, bring back the old Victor's, please. The family sold it. They wanted to rid themselves of it, but happy memories for me at Victor's. I liked it. Keep on going, Jerry. Everybody say hello to Sherry. You kissed your first boy. Nope. 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 Oh, so is vodka. We could smoke in high school. Wow, Mason. Well, you are younger than me. So Sherry says, I was gone for a bit and popped back in. So missed what y'all were talking about, but I smoked a variety of things and slept in high school. Wow. See, that's what Cindy thought I did. She thought I slept in high school. We actually had a senior lounge, but I never slept in high school. No, not like physically. Well, to the best of my memory, I don't think I did. I remember going to a bar to going home to get ready because I had to catch a bus to catch the bus to go to the east side to high school, having very little sleep. Very little sleep. So I did. Props like set designer. No, Tanya, you guys are close. Mary Jo is close in the actress. What did I specifically do? What role did I play? I'm giving you a big hook here. I just need somebody to grab this big hook. What part did I play for 4 years in high school? There you go. There's your big hook. You guys should know this. You should know it. Well, hello there, dear, says Helix to DS111. And Cindy said, in high school, acted in school plays. Come on, Cindy. Come on. I know you got it in you, Cindy. I know it. I know you. I know you've missed a lot of my lives. I know that. But I've said it so many times. I've said so many things so many times. What specific role did I play in high school? Uh-oh, what's DS saying here? A battle-hardened female cop shocked me years ago when she mentioned where her girls' Catholic high school was back in the day. What's Inglewood like? I asked. It's a poo hole, she said. Ooh, okay. Well, the neighborhood that I went to high school was on the other block. There was, I forgot the name of the school, doggone it. Public school, Milwaukee Public School. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. We had the private school, St. Joe and Antietas, all locked up. You come in, you couldn't gain access from the outside, period. None of that stuff. Right next to a really horrific Milwaukee Public School. Bad news. Carnivore Helix. Hello, darling. Hello, darling. They need to bring the paddle back. I had any nearest object. Helix, funny. Acting? Yes. What was my specific acting role for 4 years of high school? What did I consistently do every year for 4 years? It was part of the performing arts. I'm looking for specifically. I'm not going to give the answer because I think I need to revisit this at a different live and tell this truth. I do. Some of those objects did not have near enough impact and enough of that to make me now laugh when somebody like those objects get thrown at me. Nah, I don't have PTSD, LOL. Assistant to drama coach helped other students. No, Mason. You guys are so good. 4 Eastern is 3 Central. Thank you, Cindy. Another voice of reason. Somebody that's on the outside that's better in math than me. Did I tell you guys I was a realtor? I know I told you I was a realtor. That's another question for another day, for another contest. If nobody gets this contest, if nobody gets the answer to this contest by the end of 3 o'clock when I have to get off, because that means 4 o'clock Eastern, that means Thomas is on. then I'm just going to have to roll that over and do it again some other time. I'm going to hide that one. Carnivore Helix. Do you ever eat raw meat? Listen, I tried the kiltzes, slicing the meat, eating it frozen. I've eaten it. I don't like it. My family, especially my nephew Randy, he loves that with onion. They take rye bread and they put this raw beef on, ground round. Mary Jo knows it's a family thing, and then you put slices of onion on, and they call it cannibal sandwiches. That's not for me. No. So to answer your question, I don't like it. Like sushi, I won't do it. Not gonna happen. Not eating raw fish. No. Okay, here goes Mary Jo. I got caught smoking in the boys' bathroom, which was just outside of the main lobby, next to the picture of or statue, you guys, of St. Joan Antietam in the lobby as you went through the front door. We didn't have any boys in school. Of course, they would never find us, but the smell gave it away. Surprise, surprise, surprise. No, this sister wasn't that smart. I did the girls' bathroom just outside of the cafeteria. That's where I got busted. What kind of squirrely moments? I did makeup and play production in high school. I made 16 look like they were 60. Wow, that's a talent. Yes, indeed. Wasn't a loyal everyday pothead, though. Yeah, that's good. Specifically performing arts theater. No, I need a character. I need what character did I play for 4 days? So not the blanket statement of Jerry sang in the choir. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this. Not the Jerry sang in the choir, but specifically Jerry sang the Ave Maria in the choir. Do you know what I mean? Same thing, but completely different. The topic is drama. That's the topic. The topic is drama. The topic is performing arts. The topic is theater. All encompassing on stage. Okay. Now we all know, because of what Sherry just put down, I wasn't behind the scenes. Look at this face. Is this a behind the scenes face to you? Or is this somebody that busts through with what she has to say when she has to say it? If you know, you know. Wow. Hi, Ladybug. Ladybug's back. The lead in plays. Let's be specific, boys and girls. Let's be specific. Which involves musicals. I'm going to keep scrolling. I took 2 years of smoking pot in high school. Wow. No, 3 o'clock. No, I'm talking about Cindy Thomas goes at 4, which means 3, Mary Jo. That's what that means. I was a social pot smoker. That's the truth, little girl in a large rocking chair. Give me a name. Mary Jo. Mary Jo has it. Do you want to know? She's got the answer. I have to send her. She's got the answer. She doesn't know the name, but I'm going to give it to her. Not because she's my sister. This is not a Dr. Kiltz moment with Dr. Nelson and my cousin is in the chat, because you guys weren't going there. I'm sending this to my sister, the Amazon $10 gift card. My name is Edith Ann. and I am 5 years old. My mama said that I need to go on the stage and talk about how she doesn't beat my ass up when I'm naughty because I'm always naughty. Edith Ann. Edith Ann. My sister got it. That's the girl. The girl that I played Edith Ann in 4 years of high school. There you go. So look in your email later today, Mary Jo, I will send you the code that you have to enter into your own Amazon account because I ain't mailing this. Ask Cindy and, and ask Sherry. They've all gotten it and got the codes. And I'm going to close this up. I'm just going to see what the rest. Annie, no. Mary, no. Mary, you would think Mary, the angel. I was emancipated at 16, but I still stayed in high school. And even though my parents thought I would drop out, I graduated with 4 A's and a B. Fabulous, darling. Oh, here comes Thomas. The girl Lily Tomlin played on Laugh-In. Well, my sister, I gave it to my sister because kind of sort of you're thinking the same thing, but you came in a little late to the party, Thomas. You and my sister did not guess the name, but she guessed first what I played. So no nepotism. Is not nepotism, whatever. There she goes, Edith Ann. Didn't spell it right, but my sister knows. My sister, when she was in school, she had been challenged with a word to be able to spell. She's cringing right now. My sister asked my mother, how do you spell awkward? And I don't know. Remember, my sister Mary Jo and I, those of you that know, I revealed what it was. Somebody guessed it too last time. 9 years difference between the two of us. My sister said to my mom, how do you spell awkward? However young I was, I said AWKWARD, stupid, to my sister. She still talks about that to this day. She still talks about that I called her stupid. There we go. Yes, thank you, says Thomas. So I think we're all okay that Mary Jo won it. I'm feeling like you played Wendy from Peter Pan. No, I think you have to kind of be small. And I was too much of an Amazon. I was too big. Yep. Okay, Juliet. Can I possibly win another? It was singing in musicals. No, I sang in the choir, though. That I did do. Or you played Juliet. I'm just reading these real quick. DS111 said to Sherry, I give my high school senior daughter a lot of reign to manage her own stuff. She's a very good person and loves God and is making good decisions. Fabulous. Yep, I know what you meant, DS. I know it. Nobody is getting the answer, LOL. That's why I love these drawings that I do periodically. Love contest. This year I love raw meat. Wow. Maybe it's psychological for me. Never smoked or drank, said Cindy. Wow, excellent. Hello, Edith Ann. See, now she's got the right spelling there. AWKWARD, Mary Jo. We call it Gitakis. Do you make it Friday every night? Or latkes? Latkes? Is that the potato pancake? I gotta get off. Thomas is on. Rosa Dana. I don't know what that. Rosanna Dana. No, I did that sidebar. That was in part of the contest. I did that sidebar, and that was after high school. My name Roseanne, Diana, because I had the wild curly hair. It's a curse. You and Sissy used to iron your hair on an ironing board. Don't deny it. You have the curse. What I have. Why do curly hair people want straight hair and straight haired people want curly hair? Sherry said singing solos. No, sing solo. Nobody can hear you. No, actually, I think I'm a decent singer. Mary Jo and I went to church by her, and I still remember these old Catholic songs. I was singing, and she looked at me like, "You can sing." I'm like, "Duh! I was in choir for 4 years. Of course I can sing. Of course." It was a show choir. Show choir. I give up. Lincoln Public School was across the street. There she goes. Mary Jo is right. Lincoln Public School. I have things to do, but this is fun. I'm glad that you showed up. I'm trying to go fast. Guys and Dolls lead, says Sharon. You played Regine George from Mean Girls, LOL joke. No, though I can be kind of snarky and yes, I can. Yeah. I hear that's a play now. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Edith and Sharon, you're a little late to the party, my darling. Way to go, Mary Jo. I thought nobody would name it. I'm just slow. This sister over here is slow with the scrolling. That's all. I hate it now. What does she hate now? I don't know what she hates. Oh, she hates that I talk about awkward. I met Lily Tomlin many times through my years in the industry. Fabulous. Millie from Modern Millie. No, she is wonderful. But I love sushi. California is the only way I eat it. The crab meat is not raw fish. And then she said caca. And then Carnivore Helix is giggling. Thanks, Mason. Thomas got it first, I think. No, according to me. The sister guessed right the part that I played. Thomas guessed later in the scroll that I played. Heading to Thomas's. See, everybody's leaving to go to Thomas's because I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. No, it was Mary. Yep. It was Mary Jo. Bye, going to Thomas's. I have straight hair and I still ironed it, Sherry said. Wow. I'm on in 4 hours. And Michael's Adventures, he is on in 4 hours. He is one of my administrators. So, Michael, please, if you can, give someone else because I don't shop online. Sorry. There you go. Thomas, Mary Jo said I have to give it to you. Thomas is already on his live, so I will send it to Thomas because Mary Jo said give it away. She's not shopping online. I got to go, folks. Thanks again, Jerry, for the gifty card. You're very welcome. Thanks for showing up. Awkward, Mary Jo said. Mary Jo got it first. Scroll up. It's clear. There you go. Mary. Okay, everybody. I'm late. 8 minutes. Yikes. Let's all move over to Thomas's channel. And don't forget, Michael is on in 4 hours. That's 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Michael's Adventures. And I will be there for your live in person. Now I have to go to Thomas's channel and tell him that Mary Jo gave him her gift card. So Thomas is the new winner. Whatever. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I appreciate it. Now, remember, just a friendly reminder, I will be here tomorrow at 12 noon Central Standard Time. 1 o'clock for you East Coasters. See you tomorrow. Hugs and kisses. Thank you for listening to all my big drama of this past week, but I'm over it. Love to everybody. And seriously, seriously, don't worry about anything in your future. Your future is already destined. Take care right now, today, of the body that God has given you, because God has given you a beautiful and wonderful gift in your body. Broke but bountifully blessed. Goodbye. Thank you for joining. Hi. And Sharon says, love you. Love you. Mwah. Love you too. And I want to send a huge hug to my Terry girl. My sister, my heart is with you. I'm not going to start crying again. My heart is with you. I adore you. I'm praying for you. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 Central, for another episode of Jerry's Nooner.